Recent college free agent signing Karsen Dorwart made his Flyers practice debut today, a long but light practice with just 6 games left in the Philadelphia Flyers season. I'm Charlie O'Connor with PHLY Sports, and these are your Flyers post-practice notes. So let's talk about Karsen Dorwart, the newest Philadelphia Flyer, who hit the ice for the first time with his Flyers teammates today at practice at the Voorhees Flyers Training Center. So Dorwart's 22 years old. He's a center. He went to Michigan State. He had 31 points in 35 games for the Michigan State Spartans this past year. His team just recently lost in the NCAA tournament, got knocked out, and then on Saturday, pretty soon after that loss, he signed his NHL contract, a 2-year entry-level deal that starts this season with the Flyers. Now, he may have signed on Saturday, but it took him a little time to be ready to join his teammates, his new teammates, on the ice. He was up in the box, the management box, with Keith Jones and Danny Briere during Monday's game. Yesterday was spent, it was a day off for the rest of the team, but for him it was spent going through his medicals and getting the all clear to go on the ice with his teammates, which happened for the first time today in Voorhees. Unsurprisingly, he got a great reception from his new teammates. They gave him the stick taps at center ice at the end of practice. A lot of introductions. He's getting to know his new teammates, and he certainly seemed happy after practice when he spoke to the media for the first time.
Pretty special. It's kind of been a quick few days, but I'm just super excited. Everyone here has been great. It made the transition for me really easy, so I'm just excited to play.
Now, as a college free agent who wasn't drafted, Dorwart could have signed with anyone. There was nothing that said he had to sign with the Philadelphia Flyers, but he explained the general manager Danny Briere and president of hockey operations Keith Jones have been talking to him all season long. Clearly, the Flyers targeted this guy. They wanted to add him to the organization, and even though there were other NHL teams that showed interest, he just felt like the Flyers showed the most interest, and he felt like he would get a real opportunity to play down the middle, given the fact that the Flyers aren't exactly deep at that position right now organizationally. So what kind of player is Dorwart? He characterized himself as a two-way center. Brad Shaw, the Flyers' interim head coach, when he asked Karsen Dorwart to describe his game to him a few days ago, Dorwart said that his best characteristic is his hockey smarts, his brain, the way he thinks the game, and that was music to Brad Shaw's ears, who is a very cerebral guy himself. But you won't have to lean on scouting reports like mine for much longer to find out for yourself what Karsen Dorwart is like. Brad Shaw confirmed today that Dorwart will make his NHL debut on Saturday in Montreal, so keep an eye out for that. He skated today on the 4th line with Nick Deslauriers and Garnet Hathaway, but Shaw said that he should get some time, at least some time, in all situations, penalty kill, maybe even some power play time. He said that they haven't made a final decision yet on how many games he's going to play, but I would expect him to get in more than one. As for the rest of the Flyers, it was a long but fun day at practice. They were off yesterday, as I mentioned, so it wasn't going to be a short one. But Brad Shaw, as he mentioned last week, he's trying to keep it light the rest of the way, trying to get these guys to the end of the season. So to that end, Shaw ended practice with a little fun, a little competition, a small area game at center ice with 2 nets where the guys battle against each other to try to win. He said it's called Bills. And again, it just goes to that goal of making sure that these practices are competitive and fun and keeps everything going the way they should the rest of the way.
All you have to do is keep score, and things get competitive. With these clowns out here, that's all you have to do. Just tell them you're keeping score. You don't even have them keep score. Just tell them you're keeping score, and all of a sudden, it almost gets dangerous how much effort goes in and how much focus goes in.
And Shaw wasn't wrong about it being a very competitive game. I believe Travis Sanheim won it with the game winner, if you want to call it that. He was mobbed by his teammates. I believe it was Team Orange that got the win. Really, the vibes were pretty positive all the way around. Even after practice, you had Matvei Michkov trying a not quite Michigan, because it wasn't from behind the net, but same concept, lifting the puck up with the stick and beating Sam Ersson. We have a video of it. It was pretty impressive, and I think Jacob Pelletier in particular got a real kick out of it. As for lineup and roster news, one little tidbit that Bradshaw did give us, Flyers are still carrying 3 goalies. They're carrying Sam Ersson, Ivan Fedotov, and Alexei Kolosov. Shaw did mention that Kolosov, you can expect him to get in at least a game the rest of the way, these final 6. They said they have a lot of different scenarios as to when, but they do plan to get Kolosov in some action before the season comes to a close. That's it for Flyers post-practice notes. I'm Charlie O'Connor with PHLY Sports. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.